Hello. Welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, we are looking at a very peculiar archetype, one that a lot of you might actually know of. Sit down, relax, as we save the future, and we take a look at how Z1 does anime. And yes, I'm going to keep doing that for each How Do Anime. I'm going to try to do a little impression of what I think they would sound like. So, yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of How Do Anime. As you all know, my name is Tornadric, and today we are taking a look at the archetype that Z1 had. I'm just going to show a picture of him, images, and... there he is. Yeah, bit of a spoiler. He's Yusei really old. Yeah, I guess that's the best picture you got of him. So, yeah, that's Z1. And this is his deck. So, I'm going to do my little organizing in Woo, and let's get this started. Woo! Okay, so, that was my little thing. That's what I normally do. So yeah, this is the deck of Z1. Now I'm going to go over the traps first, and then I'm going to go over the monsters. This deck actually has no cards in the extra or side deck, which is actually kind of weird, but we'll get through it. So, the first trap is non-existence, and basically ditch a Time Lord to draw a card. That's pretty darn simple and a pretty darn fun little thing to have. This next card is a step above that, and it is Endless Emptiness. And when I mean a step above it, I literally mean a step above it. Activate only by sending one face-up non-existence you control to the graveyard. Once per turn, you can special summon a Time Lord from your hand, and once per turn, during your opponent's turn, you can ditch a Time Lord to draw 2 cards. When this face-up card on the field is sent to the grave, target a non-existence in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So basically, you recycle non-existence and you get this guy. This next one is the ultimate one of these 3 traps, and it is Infinite Light. Now, you can only activate this by sending Endless Emptiness to the graveyard. Time Lord monsters you control cannot be returned to the deck. Also, during your turn, you can special summon 1 Time Lord from your hand. Once per turn, during your opponent's turn, you can ditch a Time Lord and draw 2. When this face-up card is sent from the field to the graveyard, special summon a Selphien, the ultimate Time Lord, from your hand, deck, or graveyard, ignoring the summoning conditions. Now that is pretty awesome, but it's not the spell or trap cards that make this deck powerful. No, the monsters do that themselves. In fact, this deck could literally just be all monsters, and it would be overpowered as all crud. But, you know, I had to have everything in there. The only thing that I don't have is like a Time Lord trap, where if you have a Time Lord on board... Yeah, Empress's Crown. If you control a Time Lord, draw 2 cards for each synchro monster your opponent controls. When a synchro monster is summoned your opponent's side of the field, you can activate this card from your hand. So, yeah, I didn't put that in there because I didn't think it really needed to be put in there. So, yeah. So the first one is Time Maiden. Now, this can't be normal summoned or set, but you can special summon it from your hand if you control no monsters. Tribute this card, add a Time Lord from your deck to your hand. It's a search for every other Time Lord, and that's what I like about it. This next card is pretty darn good. I would like to point out, too, all these cards are different attributes outside of dark and light. There's 2 different Time Lords for each of them. So the first Time Lord here is Gabrian, the Time Lord. And Gabrian the Time Lord cannot be special summoned from the deck. If you control no monsters, you can summon this card from your hand without tributing. That's a basic effect for all of them, so, yeah. In fact, I don't think I have Mikashin in here. Like the original Time Lord that we actually have. Oh well. And another thing that these guys do, they cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, and you take no damage from any battle. The only example being Selphien, which we'll get into in a little bit. But they all have what I'm going to call battle effects. So this guy's battle effect is target one card your opponent controls, shuffle that target into the deck, and yeah, that's pretty darn good. And then they all have the effect during your standby phase, shuffle this card back into your deck. So yeah, basically this card shuffles the card back into the deck, which is actually pretty darn good. Next is Zaphion, the Time Lord. And it has its normal Time Lord effect, but it also has as the battle effect of shuffle all spell and trap cards your opponent controls into the deck. During your standby phase, shuffle this, yeah, so I forgot about that. So yeah, it's a giant Trunade, but they have to draw into the cards again. That's like freaking overpowered. This next one, though, is Camion, the Time Lord. He has its Time Lord effect, but he has target one monster your opponent controls, shuffle that target into the deck, then inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. That's pretty darn good. And mind you, they all cannot be destroyed by battle, and they all can normal summon themselves easy. So next is Halion, the Time Lord. And Halion's battle effect is if your life points are lower than your opponent's, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the current life point deficit. So basically, it's a life equalizing machine, but you're bringing your opponent a step down. Next is actually one of the more powerful ones. It's Micushan, the Time Lord. And his battle effect is have your opponent's life points. That's it. Just have your opponent's life points. If you draw this guy first turn, or a Time Maiden, for instance, you can summon this guy, and then, you're starting with 4,000 and not 8,000. That's pretty freaking good. This next guy is kind of weird, though. It is Lazian, the Time Lord. And it actually has a different effect. It has an additional effect outside of its battle effect and Time Lord effect. Its battle effect is return all the cards in your opponent's graveyard to your hand, to their deck. And that's pretty freaking powerful because, think about it, like, one more turn and I'll get JD. Nope, Razian. And then they have to start over from scratch. So yeah, it also has the effect of inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent whenever they draw. That's pretty freaking powerful. That is really overpowered. So the next one is Rathian, the Time Lord, and his battle effect is if this card battled an opponent's monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. And I'm sitting here like, I'm sorry, what? How is this not an archetype? Like, look at this. They have enough cards to make it an actual deck, but it's, like, too overpowered to not play. Next, we have Sadian, the Time Lord. And yes, his name is actually Sadian, the Time Lord. His battle effect is, if your life points are lower than 4,000, you can make them 4,000. Now, that's pretty freaking overpowered, like I said, but this isn't even the strongest Time Lord. The strongest Time Lord is actually coming up next, outside of the Ultimate Time Lord. I have a feeling, I don't know why, I just have the strangest feeling I should be playing Doctor Who music in the background, but then I'd have a copyright strike, and then I'd have a lot of problems. So yeah, we have Sadian, the Time Lord. Now we have Sandian, the Time Lord. And this guy's effect is inflict 2,000 points of damage to your opponent. That's his battle effect. And again, that's pretty darn good. Now, this last one is so overpowered, it's not even funny. That's why this card actually brings it out. And this card is Zephyllon, the Ultimate Time Lord. And Zephyllon's effect is different than normal Time Lords. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by having 10 or more monsters in your graveyard, and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. Once per turn, you can special summon a level 8 or higher fairy-type monster from your hand or graveyard. Its effects are negated, and its attack points become 4,000. Like, how is this not an archetype by now? Like, how have they not made this? They should have had a lot of death threats by now, like, come on, make Time Lords, da da da. And I mean, sure, we have Zaphion and we have Micushan, Hold on. Time Lord. Median the Time Lord. Basically, this guy's effect is shuffle all monsters to the hand and inflict 300 points of damage to your opponent for each card returned. Not too bad, but not the best. So yeah. Let me sort it and save it, and let me show you the ultimate power of this deck. Alright, so we are in with our Time Lord deck. We already have non-existence in our hand, which is an instant ditch and special summon. Oh, and we're facing Burning Abyss. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Okay, we have Halion the Time Lord, we have Gabrian the Time Lord, and we also have Lazian the Time Lord. I kind of want to save Lazian, so I'll set these guys and summon Gabrian the Time Lord. Gabrian the Time Lord attacks Dante of the Burning Abyss. Now, see, nothing happened. This is what I mean by battle effect. Yeah. Let me take that back into your deck. Oh, it's Bandit. Okay, it's coming back. It's still coming back. It's like a fluffle sheep. It just keeps coming back and is really freaking annoying. And non-existence, go! And I'm going to use its effect. I'm going to ditch Halion to draw a card. Oh, I can use that during multiple times per turn. And we also have another Gabrian the Time Lord, which means Gabrian the Time Lord is now useless. Which means we could just ditch, which means we can activate it, we could ditch this, and then draw an additional card, which we have non-existence. Now we set that card, and we summon Lazian the Time Lord. And I'll end my turn, which means I can activate Emptiness and Infinite Light, which means, yeah, pretty freaking just game over. You mind taking the turn now? I activate Endless Emptiness, which I send non-existence away, in which case I activate Infinite Light, which I send Endless Emptiness away. And now Infinite Light is way too overpowered. Because Infinite Light is just like, hey, my Time Lords don't need to be brought back. You can attack me all you want, I'm still safe. Go ahead, attack me. That's actually bad, because I can't use Time Maiden now. Yeah, like he's just eventually going to, I'm eventually going to find a Time Lord that I can summon. Either that or he's going to destroy Infinite Light. Yeah, he's just shuffling his cards back. Oh, come on! I have 2 Time Maidens now? Are you serious? Can I special summon a Time Lord with this thing? I can, but Time Maiden does not classify as a Time Lord. Uh-oh. That's bad. That's bad. That is very, very bad. I am not liking this situation. But now I can use my 2 Time Maidens. Oh, come on! Alright, you know what? Yeah. Because, fudge you, here comes Mikashin the Time Lord. It doesn't matter because I don't Xyz summon, so I'm just gonna attack, and yeah, and I'm just gonna attack some more to show you how worthless you are, and then that has your life points. Look at this, I have drained him of his life points so fast. Half. Like, I'm just gonna drown him down to 1 life point at this point. I'll set these 2 because I can actually use Lazian. Mikashin, attack! And yeah, I'll just attack for hex and giggles. Oh, that is nasty. I can't use Infinite Light to summon any more Time Lords. Oh, I can use this effect to ditch a Time Lord and then draw 2. So, draw 2. Yeah, I got Halion the Time Lord. This guy's just burning himself at this point. Talk about the ultimate self-harm. I know, that's offensive. I was just trying to make a joke. Look at this. There's 93 life points left. 93. Only 93 life points. It's so weird actually saying 93 life points. Ditch a Time Lord, draw a card. Ooh, I have another infinite light. You know what? I'm just going to use this effect to ditch this and draw another card. Ooh, I got Zathian the Time Lord. Now I'm just going to have your life points again because why not? Chain another card. Didn't I do that already? No. And I'm just going to end my turn. And this just birds you even more. That's 46 life points now. Dead! Like I said, this deck is really overpowered. Like I said, the monsters actually do more damage than the spells and traps, and it is freaking awesome. Oh, we're facing Masked Heroes. Okay. Oh, I get 1,000 life points. Oh, thank you. Okay, and this is gonna be a oh, crash. Woo! Okay. I'll take that as a sign that I have to quit now. Preemptive woo to the rescue. So, thank you all so much. Wait, sorry, I forgot to give my final thoughts on the deck. Final thoughts? It's a pretty freaking overpowered deck. Like, considering most of the monsters have 0 attack points, like, combo this with the Darkness archetype that I showed a little bit ago, like DNA Transplant, make them all fiends, and then here comes Darkness Neosphere. Yeah, like, I could actually see this being an archetype, and this being freaking awesome. So, yeah, it's a pretty freaking overpowered deck, and I pretty freaking like it, and it's pretty freaking awesome. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Click my channel down below if you want to see more stuff done by me. And as always, click that subscribe button and I'll get videos out as much as I can. So, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, may the wind be with you, my friends. Peace!